Is this thing on? Yep, it's on. Hey guys and girls, it's your girl Judy O, aka Green Fire Motivation, and I am excited. Why? Because it is Thought Bank Thursday, where I share from my thoughts to yours. And so, if this is your first time here, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are a returning supporter, thank you so much for supporting the channel and supporting me. Without you, there would be no reason for a channel. So, this is your girl Green Fire Motivation, aka Judy O, on the Green Fire Motivation channel. And the purpose of this channel is to empower you to take action and take control of your life. So, by all means, hit the like button, the share button, hit the subscribe button, and definitely leave some comments at the bottom on your thoughts on my thoughts. So, as I think about the whole concept of Thought Bank Thursday, this wonderful mind of mine has so many thoughts that pass through it day in and day out. And unfortunately, there's not enough bandwidth on YouTube for me to share every single thought that I have. And so what I try to do is I try to take the most important pieces of the thoughts that I have and share them with you guys. And so the thing that I came up with for Thought Bank Thursday that I wanted to share with you guys were actually two words. The first word is proactive, and the second word is reactive. Okay, so I'm not going to do it like I do Wordivation Wednesday, but what I will say is this: proactive means that you're taking on the responsibility of being prepared for something that hasn't happened yet. You're taking on the responsibility for being prepared for something that hasn't happened yet. For example, as we get older, we all have teeth, right? So we know that at some point our teeth may need some what they call dental work. And so, for example, if you think about cavities, at some point in time, you're going to have a cavity. Okay, there's always an exception to every rule, but in a lot of cases, food gets trapped in different parts of your teeth that you're not aware of, that maybe the floss didn't catch, or maybe the toothbrush didn't catch, or the mouthwash didn't catch. And so you end up with the cavity over time, and then you have to eventually go to the doctor or the dentist in order to get that cavity fixed. Well, being proactive means that you're brushing your teeth every day, you're flossing your teeth every day, you're using mouthwash every single day. So these are the things that we do to be proactive about our teeth, so that if we do get a cavity, it's more so later than sooner, as opposed to a person who will go weeks and weeks and weeks without brushing their teeth. Then it's inevitable that the cavity will show up sooner. Why? Because they're not getting rid of the food that they're eating on a daily basis, and the food is getting trapped and it goes bad as it rots against your teeth. Now, I'm not a dentist. I'm just going on based on what I know. And so that's how you end up with the cavity, because you were not being proactive. So what happens on the other side of that, you haven't taken care of your teeth, and now you're being reactive, because now you don't have a choice in the matter of whether you want to take care of your teeth. Because now you're faced with either I get the tooth fixed or I lose the tooth completely. So now you're in a reactive stage. And so reactive means that something has happened and you have to make a response or take a certain action because of what has happened. So proactive is before it happens. Reactive is after it happens. Okay, so the reason why I felt it was necessary to share this with you guys is because as I'm on my emotional intelligence journey, which is basically to improve my emotional intelligence, this is something that I'm having to do more often than not. I'm having to be proactive and anticipate what could happen, so that if or when it does, I don't have to be reactive, because I already have a planned response for the situation. Right? Okay. So let me bring that into perspective. For example, if I decide or have to make a trip to the store, say that's in Greenville, which is about 15 to 20 minutes, depending on traffic, where I live, or where, if I'm going on my lunch break. For example, if I'm going on my lunch break and it's going to take me 15 minutes to get to whatever store that I need to go to in Greenville. So I need to factor in, this is the proactive part of me. I need to factor in the fact that it's going to take 15 minutes to get there and 15 minutes to get back. So that's 30 minutes already gone. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm being proactive. I'm preparing for how much time I actually have to spend in the store or do whatever it is I have to do. So an hour lunch break, 15 minutes off the top for the travel there, 15 minutes off the end for the travel back. So that's 30 minutes. Okay. So now out of the 60 minutes in an hour, I now have 30 minutes left to go and do whatever it is that I have to do. So I'm prepared. If I get to the bank, for example, and the line is too long, which to be honest, in COVID days, it's not really that long. But just saying, if I get to the bank and I know that the line is long and it's going to take longer than 30 minutes for me to get what I have to get done, then I know that, okay, I need to go back to work and do that at a different time, right? So that's me being proactive. Okay? So I know 30 minutes, that's my time frame. That's it. If I stay more than 30 minutes, I'm going to be late back to work, right? Okay, so now that's the proactive side. Now the reactive side is me saying, okay, I need to go to the store or I need to go to the bank. We're going to use the bank again. I need to go to the bank on my lunch break. So not factoring in the time that it takes to get there, not factoring in the time that it's going to take me to get back to work, and then deciding, even though I know I need to go to the bank, I'm going to stop to get some food first. So I'm going to stop to get that food, and then I'm going to go to the bank. Okay. Now, what I've just done is I've taken that 30-minute window and pretty much cut it in half. So now, because now I have to split that 30 minutes between two different places that could be a span of 3 to 4, 5, 6, 7 minutes apart, that's not including the traffic, right? Okay, so now I get to the food place and it takes 20 minutes for me to get my food. And then there's traffic, so that's an extra 5 minutes to get to the bank. So that's 25 minutes right by itself, right? It's 25 minutes. So that leaves 5 minutes left for me to go to the bank. Okay? So now I'm being reactive because I'm trying to decide, okay, man, I only have 5 minutes left or else I'm going to be late for work. So do I go stand on the line at the bank or do I just go back to work and come back another day? But then here I go, oh man, I need to get this transaction done today. So that means I need to go to the bank. And then I get to the bank with 5 minutes left, 5 minutes, and I get to the bank and there's 10 people in line. So what just happened? Now I took what could have been a proactive situation where I planned everything out before I ever left work, and I would have been back on time as long as I stayed in that 30-minute window and only went to the bank. So now I'm in a reactive situation because now I have to make a choice. I have to decide whether I'm going to go to the bank or whether I'm going to go back to work so I can get back to work on time. So now I have to choose. Now, granted, my wallet is telling me you have to make this banking transaction. So now there's a conflict. I need to go to the bank. I need to get back to work on time. So which one do you do? There's a need both ways. So now, say for example, I decide I'm going to go to the bank. I'm going to stay at the bank and wait for these 10 people that's in line. So now I'm automatically going to be late back to work. Or I go back to work and then by the time I get off, the bank is closed. So now I have to wait till the whole next day before I can get my transaction completed. So now I've just turned it into a reactive situation because now I'm forced to choose between the bank and between getting back to work on time. See what I'm saying? So this is okay, now I know these were pretty lengthy examples. But what I wanted to get you to understand, okay, because once again, this is Thought Bank Thursday, sharing from my thoughts to yours. When we prepare for the time that we have, especially when it's a very small window, such as an hour or a lunch break, when we prepare ahead of time for the time that we have and follow the schedule, so to speak, of what we have scheduled out, right? Then we know that we will get back to where we have to get back to within that allotted amount of time. But when we don't prepare, okay, so prepare, proactive. So we're being proactive in what we need to do on our lunch break. Whereas being reactive, there's no planning involved, and now you're forced into a situation that's causing conflict in your mind. So Green Fire Motivation is telling you to be proactive about every situation. Be proactive about every situation. And I'm talking to myself because, for example, I'm not a fan of watching the news. I mean, it is what it is. But maybe I should watch the weather. Because on a day like the other day where it was like sunny all day long, and then somewhere around 7:30, the bottom dropped out of the sky. Now me, if I had been going somewhere, I would have been caught in the rain. Why? Because I don't watch the news, which also means I don't watch the weather. This is my weather. Y'all gonna laugh at me. My weather is wake up, open the door, look outside. Ooh, it's sunny outside. That's the weather for the day. Now, I know that is definitely not the best way to tell what the weather is going to be, but hey, it works for me like 50% of the time. So this is me, Judy O, aka Green Fire Motivation, letting you know that it's important to be proactive in every situation, because when you're prepared, things usually go a lot better for you. Where when you're reactive, it's probably because things are not going the way you intended them to go, and now you're forced into a situation that you don't want to be in. So my vote is to be proactive versus reactive. This has been your girl Green Fire Motivation, aka Judy O, on Thought Bank Thursday, where I share from my thoughts to yours. I will see you guys on Motivation Monday. Bye.